Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hi everyone, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you Game 2 of the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers versus the 1954 Cleveland Indians series. Cleveland is up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series, and this is game number 62 of the All-Time Greats tournament. Pete Vukovich has completed his warm-up tosses, otherwise known as Clu Haywood in the movie Major League. He's ready to pitch to Bobby Avila, the batting average leader in the American League for 1954. 56 is the roll. That is a 34. Pop out to the shortstop. Where modifier, he doesn't have it. 1 away. We'll read the blue die first, yellow die second, the colors of the Brewers. Al Smith steps in the box for Cleveland. 43 is a ground ball back to Vukovich. The throw to Cooper at first, and there are 2 Indians retired. Larry Doby. 44 is a 8 against the B. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Gorman Thomas is under it and makes the catch. The Indians are retired. 1, 2, 3 in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Brewers coming to bat. Early Wynn takes the mound for the Cleveland Indians today. He was from the Washington Senators. He played with the Senators for 7 years. And in the 1954 season, he was 23-11. Early Wynn was a good bet to win. All right, he is a grade B pitcher, X and Z modifier. Paul Molitor steps into the box. 64 is a 39. That's going to be strike 1. Paul Molitor was the man who broke up Bob Lemon's no-hit bit in the 9th inning yesterday. Here's the pitch to Molitor. 43 is a ground ball back to Wynn. Throws to Vic Wirtz at first base, and there's 1 away. Robin Yount. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground out to second base or X. It says he has the X, so Robin Yount is a strikeout victim. 2 down. Both teams are fielding column 1. We're using basic Apba today, except for in stealing. We'll have the master ratings, so we'll use master rules for stealing. 41 is a 28, and that is a ground out to the shortstop, George Strickland. So the Brewers go 3 up and 3 down in the first. We get top of the second inning, no score. Pete Vukovich is ready for inning number 2. He's a very fidgety pitcher on the mound. He'll be pitching to Al Rosen, Vic Wirtz, and Dave Filey. 6-6 roll. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A home run for Vic Rosen puts the Indians on the board 1-0. Rosen hit 24 home runs in 1954. He is followed by Vic Wirtz. 41 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. Jim Gatner has it. Throws to first. 1 away. Dave Filey comes to bat. 1 out, 1 in. Here's the pitch to Filey, 24. Fly ball to left field. Ben Ogilvie is under it and makes the catch. George Strickland, the Cleveland shortstop, had an off-season 54-213 average. 21 is a fly ball to right field, and Charlie Moore makes the catch. So the leadoff home run puts Cleveland up 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Ben Ogilvie brings a big stick to the plate. He had 34 home runs in 1982. Here's the wind, and the pitch from Early Wynn, 14, is a fly ball to Al Smith in left field, 1 away. Gorman Thomas. 1-1 roll for Gorman Thomas. That could be get up, get up, get out of here. It is gone. A home run for Gorman Thomas, tying the score 1-1. All right, the Milwaukee catcher, Al Simmons, 22. That's a base hit for Simmons. And already the Brewers have more hits than they had yesterday in Game 1. Simmons is slow. They're going to play it safe on the base pass. Jim Kentner is the batter. 21 is a fly ball to Al Smith in left field. Runner holds. It's 2 outs. Now Charlie Moore, the 8th place hitter in the Brewers lineup. 45 is a 2 balls and no strikes. Early Wynn has the Z modifier in control. 46 is a ground ball to the pitcher, who throws to first for the 3rd out. But the Brewers tie the score. We go to the top of the 3rd. It's 1-1. Jim Hegan will lead off for the Indians. 46 is a fly ball to left field. Ben Ogilvie is under it, and it's the first out of the top of the 3rd. Early Wynn, the pitcher. 35 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout for Pete Vukovich. Here is Bobby Avila. 46 is a ground ball back to Vukovich. Throws to Cooper. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the 3rd. Score is tied 1-1. It'll be Vukovich, Molitor, and Yount. Here's the pitch from Early Wynn. 1-1 roll. That's a base hit for the pitcher, Pete Vukovich. Slow runner. They're going to play it safe on the paths. And now Paul Molitor. One 4 is a fly ball to left. Al Smith makes the catch. There's 1 out. And Robin Yount. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Robin Yount. And 53 is a double. 2nd and 3rd for the Brewers, as it's station to station for Vukovich. Manager Lopez is going to play his infield back. Here's the pitch to Cooper. 45 is going to be a base on balls, loading the bases. So Early Wynn, dealing carefully with the Brewers' first baseman, will face Ben Ogilvie. Infield still playing back, hoping for a double play. Can Ben Ogilvie put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here is the pitch. 65 is 35. That's going to be a strikeout. Big strikeout by Early Wynn. That's 2 outs. And now Gorman Thomas, who homered his first time up. Long one here would give Vukovich quite a cushion. 46 is another strikeout. Early Wynn. A Hall of Famer comes up big with the bases loaded. We go to the 4th. Brewers strand 3. 1-1. Al Smith will lead off the top of the 4th inning for Cleveland. He went to Webster Grove High School in Kirkwood, Missouri, not far out from St. Louis, and played high school football, and in a game scored 10 touchdowns in one game. He's also a Golden Gloves batting champion, or boxing champion, and also he played 12 years in the major leagues. Pete Vukovich's pitch to Al Smith, 53, is a 15. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, 1 away. Larry Doby, first black American League player, of course. 44 is an 8 against a grade B. That's a fly ball to center field. Gorman Thomas makes the catch. And Larry Doby is 0 for 2 today. Al Rosen steps in the box. He is 1 for 1, homered in the second inning. 21 is a fly ball to left field caught by Ben Ogilvy. That is 9 retired in a row by Pete Vukovich. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-1. All right, the Milwaukee Brewers will have Simmons, Gantner, and Moore. They got the bases loaded in the bottom of the third with only 1 out, but they stranded him, left him standing at the altar. Here's the pitch to Simmons from Early Win. 42 is a swing and miss for strike 3. That's 3 batters in a row. Their Early Win has cut down on strikes. Jim Gantner, the second baseman. 1-1 roll. That's hit column for Gantner. 36 is going to be a 2-base hit for Jim Gantner. Brings up the 8th place hitter in the lineup, Charlie Moore. If you walk Moore, pitch to the pitcher, who is 1 for 1. They're going to walk Moore. First and second. A little bit questionable. You got Malter and Yount following the pitcher, but he'd rather pitch them with 2 outs. If he can get Vukovich here. Here's the pitch to Pete Vukovich. 62 is a strikeout. So now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Paul Molitor to make something out of this. 64 is a 39. That's going to be a fly out to center field with, let's see. Yeah. So the Brewers have stranded 5 runners in the last 2 innings. And we go to the top of the 5th. We're all tied up in knots, 1-1. Vic Wertz steps into the box, former Detroit Tiger and St. Louis Brown. The pitch from Vukovich is hit column roll for Vic Wertz. 51 is a leadoff double for Vic Wertz. Slow runner, they'll play it safe on the base pass. Dave Filey steps up to the plate. Filey is going to try to sacrifice him to third. 1-6 is a successful sacrifice. 3-4 covering at first. And Wertz goes to third with 1 out. Here's George Strickland, followed by Early Win, or Jim Hegan, the catcher. They're going to play the infield in and pitch to Strickland. He's a .213 hitter. 46 is a strikeout. That's the first or second strikeout for Vukovich. It couldn't come in a better place. Here's Jim Hegan, .234 hitter. Wynn's not bad with a bat. They'll pitch to Hegan. Infield back. 34 is a fly ball to center field. That ends the threat. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is still Cleveland 1 and Milwaukee 1. All right, Robin Yount steps in the box for the Brewers. He has doubled and struck out. 46 is a strikeout. Cecil Cooper from Bonham, Texas. 24 is a strikeout. And Early Win is starting to pile the K's up. He's got 2, 4, 7 strikeouts in 5 innings. Ben Ogilvy. 56 is a pop out to shortstop. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the 6th. Score is 1-1. Pitcher Early Win leads off the 6th inning for the Indians. 64 is a strikeout. Al Smith steps in the box for the Indians. 25 is a 8. That's a fly out to center field. 2 outs. Now, Bobby Avila, very successful in the baseball career that he had in the major leagues, but even more successful when he retired and returned to Mexico. I think he's in the Mexican Hall of Fame. I think he became mayor of a city, and then ended up in the Mexican National Legislature. 22 is a single for Bobby Avila. He is 11 through 42 is his chance to steal second. So, with 2 outs, I think he'll take that chance. There he goes. 34, and Avila is safe at second base with a stolen base. Base hit here for Larry Doby could put his team in front. 34 is a fly ball to Gorman Thomas in center field. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still tied 1-1. Gorman Thomas leads the way in the last of the 6th for the Brew Crew. Here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. X is a strikeout. Ted Simmons. 15. Fly ball to center field. Taken by Larry Doby. 2 away. And now Jim Gatner. 23 is a fly ball to right field. We go to the top of the 7th. Game is tied 1-1. The 7th inning will give us Rosen, Wirtz, and Filey, hitmen for the Cleveland Indians. The Indians have the Brewers on the edge of the precipice. The game is tied 1-1. If they can push them over, the Brewers will be eliminated from the all-time greats tournament. 1-5 is a single to center field. Solid single by Al Rosen. He is 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. Rosen is average speed. G29 stealing. I don't know if the G will allow us to go. Let's see. 2 or 1 out. 2 out. -1 are tied in the 8th inning or later. So he's not a candidate to steal right now. Might hit and run. I'll let Wirtz swing away. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. 64 is a strikeout. Dave Filey. Pete Vukovich has been matching early win pitch for pitch. 52 is a 27. Runner on first. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We're all tied up 1-1. All right, 7th inning is the point of fatigue inning for starting pitchers when they don't have the number of batters faced on their card, and they don't on these 2 sets. So here's Charlie Moore leading off against Early Wynn, who's pitching in his point of fatigue inning. After they reach the point of fatigue, when 3 bad things happen, their letter grade goes down by 1 level. Here's the pitch to Charlie Moore, 13. It's going to be a base on balls. Moore's average speed, he'll be at first. Cleveland has a good bullpen. They've got Narleski, they got Mossy. Newhouser is in there. All had very good seasons. Here's the pitch to the pitcher, Vukovich. He's going to square around and bunt. 21 is a 30. 5-4 sacrifice. 4 covering first, and Moore goes to second with 1 out. That brings up Paul Molitor and Robin Yount with a man in scoring position, timeout. All right, Major Al Lopez is going to leave early win in the game. He has Al Newhouser and Ray Narleski warming up in the Tribe's bullpen. Here's the pitch to Paul Molitor. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ball hit on the ground to third base. Al Roslin looks the runner back and throws to first. 2 outs. Moore has to hold at second. Here is Robin Yount. One 5 is a 10, and that's going to be a out against the B pitcher, 5-3. And early win pitches his way out of these jam. We go to the top of the 8th, 1-1. Okay, Vukovich comes back out for the 8th inning. He's facing the bottom of the Cleveland order, starting with George Strickland. 1-1 rolls, hit column. And that is a 1-6, a double for George Strickland to lead off the 8th inning for the Indians in scoring position. Here is catcher Jim Hegan. Jim Slayton and Raleigh Fingers are throwing in the Brewers bullpen. Slayton in a much bigger hurry than Raleigh Fingers. Here's the pitch to Hegan. 1-1 rolls, hit column for Jim Hegan. And that's going to be 34 is a single, run-scoring single to right field. Let's see, I think that's... Cleveland 2 and Milwaukee 1. Timeout. Okay, Raleigh Fingers will be pitching to a pinch hitter, Dale Mitchell. No adjustment for same side in this. Mitchell's left-handed, Fingers is right-handed. And so we got runners at first and runner at first. Here's the pitch. 56 is a 34. That's going to be a strikeout for Raleigh Fingers. He's a grade A XY pitcher, and that's had a Y modifier. So Mitchell's out, first out in the inning. Here is Al Smith. 44 is an 8 against an A. Ground out to first base. Fingers covering. 3-1. Hegan goes to second. Bobby Avila. I think Hegan's slow, so we're playing it safe on the base paths. One, 2 is a 25. That's going to be a line drive to the shortstop, Robin Yount. That ends the top of the 8th inning, but the Indians break out on top. It's 2-1 going to the last of the 8th. All right, the Indians are going to change it up in their bullpen and bring in their left-hander, Don Massey. Will pitch to Cecil Cooper and Ben Ogilvie and Gorman Thomas. Here's the pitch to Cooper. 46 is a ground ball back to Massey. He makes the play. 1 away. Ben Ogilvie, 0 for 3 today. 35 will be a 40. Fielding column 1, foul ball. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And 63 is a fly ball to center field. Larry Doby is under it. 2 down. And the Brewers are down to the last 4 outs to try to stay in this tournament. Gorman Thomas might be swinging for the fences. He got a home run in the second inning. Brewers 1 run down. Here's the pitch from Massey. 45, ball 4. Puts the tying run on first. Catcher Ted Simmons comes to bat. 6-6 roll. There's a drive. Get up. Get up. Get out. It is gone. Home run for Ted Simmons. And that puts the Brewers on top 3-2. Thomas scores and Simmons scores. Jim Gantner comes to bat. They've already got their closer in the game. That's probably Fingers. Here's the pitch from Mossy to Gantner. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, ending the inning. But on a walk and a home run, Milwaukee Brewers take a 3-2 lead. We go to the ninth. Raleigh Fingers has been through the fires many times while pitching for the Oakland Athletics. And he's got Larry Doby, Al Rosen, and Vic Wirtz to deal with here in the top of the ninth to try to preserve this 1-1 lead and keep his Brewers in the tournament. Here's the pitch to Larry Doby. 32 is the roll. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. And Gantner is up with it, throw to first. One away. Al Rosen comes to bat. He's 2 for 3 with a home run in the second inning. He's got an RBI. Yesterday he was 2 for 4. So 4 for 7 in the tournament. Here's the pitch to Rosen. Here's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here, and the game is tied again, 3-3 in the ninth inning. Vic Wirtz. Vic Wirtz hit 15 home runs in 1954. 35 is a walk. Wirtz is slow at first base. Cleveland is going to call time and bring in a pinch runner for Vic Wirtz. That is Dave Pope. Pope is an E26 in stealing and a fast runner. Wirtz is slow. If we go back out for the bottom of the ninth, Bill Glenn will be playing first base for the Indians, but for now, Pope is the pinch runner. Fingers move to first is 0, and Simmons is +1 to favor the catcher. So we take 1 off Pope's steal rating. If should he decide to go, he becomes E25. Gives him a chance to steal second. Is 11 through 51. Dave Filey is a hitter. The Indians don't have any more left-handers on the bench to pinch hit with. But he's going to try to steal. Here's the throw. 56. He's cut down. Ted Simmons throws out Dave Pope. 2-4. And the Indians have 2 outs in the ninth. One 5 is a 9 against a that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. That ends the top of the ninth, but they tie the score. 3 apiece. There'll be a new pitcher for the Indians. That is Hal Newhouser. He's going to use his grade C. He might be in the game for a while. Y modifier. And Charlie Moore will lead off for the Brewers in the bottom of the ninth. One 2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Bobby Avila is up with it and throws to first. 1 away. Now a pinch hitter for Milwaukee, Don Money. 1-1 roll for Money. That's going to be a double over third base, and that will put him in scoring position with just 1 out. And Jim Slayton is warming up in the bullpen for Milwaukee. Paul Molitor comes to bat. All right, Don Money is rated slow as a runner at second base, so Marshall Edwards is going to be sent out to run for Money. C28 is his steal rating. but there's pretty good defense. Higgins minus, let's see, 4 off that steal rating, and Newhouser's moved to first as 2, so that's 6. 22. Chance to steal third would be 11 through 44. But you got Molitor and Yount coming up, so we're not going to try to steal. We're going to let them swing the bat. Newhouser is going to reach down and dig deep here and go to his B rating. He might not be on for a while, so forget the C rating. He's going to his relief rating now. Here's the pitch to Paul Molitor. 1-6 is a 28. That's a ground out to the shortstop, 6-3. Runner holds, 2 away. It's going to be up to Robin Yount to end this game on time. Here's the pitch to Robin Yount. 33 roll. That's a hit column roll for Yount, and it's going to be a walk-off double. And the Brewers win 4-3. We'll be back with a wrap. Very happy group of Brewers coming home to Milwaukee and evening the series at 4-3. The Indians scored 3 runs on 7 hits. They committed no errors. The Brewers scored 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Raleigh Fingers, and the losing pitcher is Hal Newhouser. The star of the game is the American League MVP for 1982, Robin Yount. Robin Yount goes 2 for 5 in the game with 2 doubles and the walk-off double in the 9th inning. Home runs in the game, 2 by Al Rosen and 1 by Gorman Thomas. So the Brewers tie the score 1-1. We'll be back tomorrow with the deciding game of this exciting series between the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers and the 54 Indians. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day, and God bless.